It feels like they're about to pop through the doorway.
Looks pretty direct, doesn't it? Flames come over, but it's a very passive hold. Most players outside, in fact, so they're going to play retake on this bomb site. Lexi doesn't poke out, and it's Makaze poking in. Main not covered off. The smoke over the top there. Wonderful. Makaze, and now the swarm out from top. Yeah, it fell all too easy, didn't it, NiP? An open bomb site, but it's all a trap. And Snappy, your late play is going to be far, far too late.
Yeah, absolutely love this from NAVI. The fact that they allow that space, as you said, and then everyone is coordinated. And we saw this an awful lot yesterday in their series against Passion UA. The fact that they're...
What a surprise. Guns for $1 yet again. Not tired? Stop wasting time and money on junk. With Hellcase, your inventory will turn into a fairy tale. Be smart like the terrorist.
Bit disengaged completely and left. So they might have already called the bluff on this. Players to defend this top site. But the first goes down. Imma gets one. Makaze in the upper area only gets, well, actually nothing. It's Lexi that finds that frag. And then the pounce through from NiP. Just Bit into the rafters. Nice clean shot. These players are low. There's a real chance for him. Got a 1v3 yesterday. Can he repeat it to keep the sheet flawless? Directly below. Hoping a player swings in from this silo, and he's managed to isolate that first. Almost the flick up. I think he hit a tag. But Snappy just about stands, and NiP get on the board.
A site, a main focus. You've already alluded to it. Snappy loves these fast pops in towards the upper floor. This time it works out better. Wonderful's got his AWP. It's a missed shot and potentially a missed opportunity. Makaze and Wrinkle will at least trade and go blow for blow. But in the 4v4, Snappy now takes liberties outside.
This is a massive gaping hole there. Yeah, Makaze happy to fill it. With bullets, that is. Easy enough for him. Triple outside. Makaze been given a lot of responsibility to find this space. Imma is holding for Kaspersky. And that's the critical kill. If Imma had gone down there, then it might have all fallen apart, but leaves Shush in that 1v4. Nothing he can get done, and Makaze...
He then falls back. He's then ready to maybe even smoke off door to help out the A players. They've always got their guns out. Imma ready to deal with the heaven push. Fast one yet again with the Tech 9s. Imma this time full blind. The Tech 9 was snapped for one, and it's Kaspersky answers back. Makaze is still finding kills, even when he can't see his opponents. 3 versus 3, and the bomb's not down.
And Bit's got Wrinkle locked in. Makaze actually tries to push on through, and Wonderful with the USP undoes the final 2.
Before they made up this game, Shush was an MVP against PVISION in their first map. Currently, yet to find any impact whatsoever. Jerks, he's now been seen, tagged and bagged by Imma.
Yeah, it cost him a little bit more than he'd liked. He had his number the whole time, but Spray doesn't quite connect. That one, looking for it. They're playing around in this, and they've gotten down. That was loud. Second player's there. Makaze expecting this play. And now Bit just rotates down. Kaspersky completely caught. You can see the panic in his eyes as he jumps around trying to avoid Bit's spray. At least Snappy gets the bomb down. Seen as he scales towards single. Oh, look, they're so thorough. NAVI expecting every single move of NiP right now. It's like they've got Snappy's strap book right in front of them. They know exactly where he is too, so smoke can go down here or they can just stick it. Don't even need to. Imma, with low HP, removes Snappy in the vent.
Trying to get Wonderful in a role where he can just help and provide necessary overwatch. That means you can get quicker rotations from these AKs. Spams for Makaze. Allow Imma the way in. Even more spam. Jerks ready, but not completely prepared for how fast that fight came in. Wonderful coming in at heaven. Now with 2 players still here, whilst Alexi burns just for a little bit, NiP don't pounce.
Will be though. Just teasing to start. Now they go, waiting for the reaction. Makaze's removed. That's the kill that they've been wanting. They've removed that star, and Kaspersky, he shines instead. Imma gets his second, but Shush enters the feed. Imma and Bit not in a position right now to contest. Lobby is in their control, at least Bit's patrolling. Imma looks to repause main. There is a chance in this. They've got the money, the resources. Smoke currently on Imma's position. He makes a bit of noise, just trying to Keep some attention focused so Bit can play. Finding that entry yet. Emma given an opportunity. See Wrinkle is kind of dancing at the back lines. Close fence cleared. Swing out. Nice flick over from Bit, and play is spotted. Bit has the info, but Wrinkle has the shots.
Really important here for NiP, just to claim that one.
There, but it's going to be Ramp that Bit's about to get tested on. Incendiary, timing looks good. Wonderful also rotates over, but misses his chance. A disengage. Bit trying to fight, but between the two of them, they just inflict some damage. No kill, but only a modicum of control. Pushing forward. Bit still standing at the off angle. Flashbang.
Oh.
Looked perfect. Was that a T-flash?
I think so.
No assist, so must have been. Bit's happy for the help, even if it doesn't come in his teammates. And he'll keep fighting, but Wrinkle removes him. That's when Emma steps in with 2. And Jerks on the late lurk. Would have been a great position had his team been able to undo Bit and Emma, but no. Although no one over towards the vents, all secret, so he'll be okay. NAVI, they're the ones that are happy. It's a bit funny. Response here is to try and take some control. A double push in towards the ramp. Looking to crunch on lobby. There are a lot of players here. Shush removes Emma. Kaspersky with the eagle. Oh, he actually hits that shot. But now the backstab comes through. Bit with 2. Looking for that third, and he'll land it. The drop down. There is this flank coming from the ramp. They need to be wary of this. But Jujax misses the opportunity. Surely he's going to take out Bit. Yeah, he does. But damage done. Wonderful. Removes Snappy. You know where Jerks was. Chance in this clutch. The smoke lands in his face. That is brutal. Still more doable than the clutch he was in last round. He gives it a go. Nice kill. A chance here, but runs out of ammo. Makaze can't believe it.
They've not shown it all half. You know that the threat's always potentially going to be there. It's such a common thing to do on the CT side, but they do it when they know they do not have direct info over towards Secret. Wonderful's now just plucking players out, and Makaze up close will also get rid of Shush, whilst Wrinkle trades on the other side of the map. He's also trying to be a little bit of a menace. How's he got here then? A pocket of space, breathes life into NiP but for a moment. And yet again, it all rests on the laurels of the in-game leader of the Ninjas. Snappy gets the first, being loud about the approach in towards ramp. He doesn't care if Wonderful can hear him or not, because he's just trying to take this advanced time in. A break onto the control room. The possibility of a ruse, but instead he will commit down in towards this lower bomb site, trying to give himself an emergency exit. Bomb can be planted, and he can settle into this clutch.
Yeah, he's got a good opportunity to pull this off. The chaos that starts the round gives him this opportunity to get the bomb down. One from Alexi, they'll team up. Smokes kits, everything they need. Snappy in a good position, but gets on top of the silo. This might be his undoing. Oh, but he hits a clean first shot. The second, almost there as he falls down. And now a chance, but low HP, can't quite adjust. Looked clean with it. From a dicey position, manages to find the first, but the second just not quite there, inches from it. Molly causing the smoke disruption. Wonderful's got a free line outside. Shush. Yeah, exposed and dealt with. Emma gets a free opening kill. Didn't have to work too hard for that one. Wonderful looks to try and get follow through for his team. This break's going to come through, but he's not going to spot too much off it. And Makaze's caught. He goes up over on top of the CT boxes to try and get space. Emma, aware of this, but the flashbang's good.
No.
He doesn't clear him. Emma still misses that opportunity, and he's punished for it. A bit frustrating for Emma. Wonderful will step back in. Snappy's low. Bit and Wonderful in the 2-on-3. Chicken in towards lobby, and Bit picks the right timing to strike. Still, Snappy low. Kaspersky spotted in the open. Wonderful takes him down, and it falls to Snappy once again to close. Time in his favor, but needs to find these kills before it's too late. Smoke on the bomb. Nade over the top. Does that take Snappy out? No, doesn't. Misses the mark, and Snappy just needs to deny this defuse. Can't hit it. Bit provides the coverage, and NAVI another 10-2 half. your mage ticket, Series 19, the code, scan the QR on the right to get that discount. NiP, I think they might have even booked their mage ticket, or at least pretty comfy with it at the moment. Wonderful. That is a nice way to get the pistol started. Quick flick to Wrinkle. Smoke now goes to main. Well, their oyster. Maybe not.
Pushes, though, work out well for NiP. Jerks finds Ime on the ramp push. You've got a kill that came through the main smoke, and I think that's going to disorientate plans. Where they've pushed through ramp here, NiP, Navi no longer have lobby control. So instead of going through ramp to down to B, they're instead going to ascend up in towards the heavens. No one directly here on this A bomb site, and Alexi tucks his head round the corner before Escapersky can see anything, but Wonderful offers up his life. 2v4 this time for Navi.
Oh, nice shot to Makaze. Alexi's just going to get the bomb down. Oh, no, he's not. He puts his fingers off it. They're rushing him. Has to fight his way out. Surely they can just overwhelm him. Yeah, they do. Starts so well with that wonderful shot, but then it's the rest of NiP stepping up. Wrinkle's already scaled the secret early, so these smokes will go down. He'll get the information on whether someone crosses. Spam damage has done some damage on 2. The M4's more potent. Flashbang is fantastic though, so Wrinkle, despite being in a good position, gets his info. Not the way he would have liked it.
Taking a little bit of a risk. Wonderful could be in some jeopardy.
Yeah, we've got a bit of a crunch forming. Imma here to support Wonderful. A lot of angles to deal with. Gets that first kill. But now the crunch comes through. Okay, yeah, Imma going down. Wonderful just needs to get out.
Should go main. You should go main because they push lobby and bits in heaven at the same time. Snappy swings, and we'll get rid of Makaze. Important kill. 20 seconds left. That time pressure about to be a little bit more restrictive. You still got bit into the heavens, but crossing by Jerks is going to be a bit tricky. Molly goes in. Snappy over the top, but Wonderful will catch him, and that allows Alexi to scale through. Bomb can go down, and Bit provides the cover from the heavens. And whilst the Molly will land on Alexi, it's a little bit too late. And now Jerks needs to come up with the goods again. 2 quick snappy headshots. A Wonderful is low HP, and Jerks will sing out. An important triple kill for NiP. There's that individual brilliance we've been asking for, and third time's the charm. And has now moved into sight. This will be the commitment. This will be Makaze flying up.
2 players, backside and close to touch. Can they deal with this onslaught? Kaspersky can. Quick flick onto the second. Makaze hits the deck, and Kaspersky's not done yet. A disengage, a spam through, almost on the mark. Almost had Imma. He'll find that kill. Low HP on both remaining teams. Push out from Hart looks good, and Snappy gets 2. Not sure how that was in the air. The NiP respond to Navi's top side hit. We are within 3. We've seen this disparity between some of their halves in these series. Saw it yesterday. It's Passion UA. Kaspersky just wants to take the fight forward. Same split comes through from ramp. It's just to find success, and Imma keeping it on lock in lobby. Quick on the shush. An advantage for Navi, a rare position in the second half. There's already a rotate down. Jerks gets into the rafters.
If Snappy finds Ime, this will speed up the play for Navi to go down in towards B. The rotates are just so far away here. Jerks. He needs to have another multi-kill moment, but he can't get by both single and double opening at the same time. And instead, the B bomb site is slammed shut. And with Snappy taking a tick in towards the Molly, Bit now knows that he's descended down the vent. Wrinkle will at least get rid of Ime. Swap over to that AK, wants to fight on towards Bit, but he gets denied. Navi, that's all they needed. Keeping things simple in the mid-round, grouping, challenging a bomb site together, and it works out a lot more direct and effective.
Navi get their first T round. Takes 5 to do it, and now another crunch comes through. Wonderful. Gets the first, Jerks removes Imma. No multi-kill madness this time for Imma. The reversal of fates, the spray out long range, not connecting. Tries to readjust. Wrinkle gets away. Navi don't get their response.
Jerks trying to be in a gross and disgusting position for Navi, but it feels like Bit and Alexi are acutely aware. Jerks tries to challenge, Bit will deny. That head-to-head of impact is now starting to show its head yet again. Wrinkle drops into the site silently. Scopes in to look, and Mikaze and Shush just trade down the vent. Wrinkle gets rid of Alexi. Now Mikaze feels a little bit isolated. We'll throw this smoke, but he's going to get caught by Snappy. Really good positioning out of the AWP just to lock things off, and the fact that Shush goes 1-for-1 is everything. NiP have got the advanced space. Alexi considers this flank just for a moment, but now with his back turned, Snappy has got the world at his fingertips.
Yeah, NAVI haven't made progress anywhere. Alexi about to get shot in the back of the head. Snappy gets that frag, and now he's going to have to call from the grave. Still wants to commit the troops down. This double layering Jax, the close angle, will get traded out, and Shush fell. That's given them the way into this, scaling towards double plant. In the Astralis corner, Mikaze sees this door open. Bomb still not quite down, and on that second jiggle, that's when Mikaze strikes. The swing out from Snappy is clean. A 2-on-2. Bomb is planted for these players at double. There is a smoke on Wrinkle when he arrives. He throws it towards control. Snappy removes Mikaze. It's got to be wonderful. He's spotted. The smoke's here. He's going to climb out of it. The bomb's being stuck. Wonderful. Needs to find Snappy, and he will. Just about. Wonderful is just so. Sprays them both down.
He knows as soon as he can knock the bomb diffuser off, he's probably going to win that round. The spray transfer is just the cherry on top. And now we spoke about the money woes for NAVI, but take a look on the other side of the equation. An orb for Wrinkle. That's it. But maybe that's all that NiP need.
Especially with Snappy walking around the smokes. A big gap on the side of that one. Exploited easily. Snappy gets an upgrade, looking to find shots with it. And he's not missing much, is Snappy. 24 kills on the IGL, adds 2 more in this round.
So too is Shush. Wrinkle Jerks are now starting to come in to support their in-game leader. It really is taking the leadership role to a whole new meaning. Etskapersky will find Wonderful, and that denies the AWP.
Given they have 3-round lead, 3 chances. Wonderful looks to try to get active early. Nice shot. Quick to the head of Jax, takes some damage for it. Irma playing around the smoke. Can't punish off the reload, and good that he doesn't, because Kaspersky was waiting. Snappy looks to swing, sidestep from Bit. Is it like this, really? After losing a similar round previously, now they're the ones to do it with the lesser weapons. It feels so. As Irma comes through from behind, Alexi gets a Glock kill to close. And it's NAVI that take Nuke after a 10-2 half. NiP pushed them all the way, but just can't get it over the line. I think Kaspersky wants revenge and maybe also a bit of a bounce back. Redemption and revenge, the double R's. Irma holding for the push and spots it, deals with the first player, but surely Kaspersky has his number. He does. Gush goes on to Wrinkle on the peak towards middle as well. And yet still they want to go towards B. 2 players confirmed at A. I guess that's the reasoning for it. Flashbang over. 5 forward. Snappy's dualies. They strike for 1, looking for more, but fully blinded. They're scaled through. Jax hits the shot, and Snappy runs out of bullets. Unbelievable in that pistol. Mikaze, unbelievable with his. Going to be planted. Oh, tag comes through, but nowhere near the head. The push through on the reload doesn't matter. Wrinkle hits the header, and it's onto Alexi, who gets overwhelmed. Pistol for NiP.
Yeah, there you go. Risk versus reward. Mikaze versus Etskapersky again. We're going to be seeing that an awful lot.
He said coming into this Inferno, it's a map they've been doing really well on practice with. They've been kind of gearing up to be ready for this. And what they showed against NAVI last time is not going to be the same thing they showed this time around. Starting off with the pistol, let's see if they can back their chat.
All right, well, you hear it there. Force by back from NAVI.
Yesterday against Passion UA, NAVI were very deliberate in what they wanted to do. This is exactly to be the case here. Shush was spotted. Etskapersky also caught just on his maneuverability in towards the site. Shush will at least find one, but now he's stuck in the pit and needs to fight his way out of the corner. And maybe this one additional kill has set up NiP for a decent retake because the bomb's not down. They're already in short. Wonderful's covering, but is he ready for the second? Of course he is. Another huge moment from that sniper. How about a fourth one, Mikaze? You ready for this? It goes a little bit too deep to get rid of him directly. Jerks up close with the Mac 10. Will overwhelm Alexia. Remember, Mikaze's still low, and Jerks only needs the Mac 10. 3 kills. He slices them all up in towards Banana. And he now knows that Ime is also over towards the log. Smoke down. He doesn't need to commit. NiP have got such an advantage.
That's the one gun. That's the one bit of armor. And AK's picked up now. No one else is armored. This is a nightmare round to lose if they drop it, but Bit catches a player trying to escape. Interesting maneuver. Shush steps out, headshot comes through, Bit's low. And you've still got Snappy. 5 HP. Surely gonna catch off Bit here. That one's easy. And Emma has to clutch this up. This first kill, oh, I was gonna say should be free, but Wrinkle just streams past him. And NiP embarrassed NAVI.
And Jerks does his best work. Trying to relive that old form from back in the Saw days.
Magnakaze continues.
Oh.
And Lexi just gets spammed down as well. Banana has not been a fun venture for NAVI. It looks to maybe alleviate. Into the swing, and it comes through for him. Good control of the Galil to get the headshot. Does cost him a lot of HP, so 4 on 4, but still advantage for the Ninjas.
A cool move by Bit, just to actually jiggle a little bit out long, gets the fight, and then that means that the short commitment is going to come in. Ime now on the angle, wide swing, and he commits to the fight. Yeah, again, it's another one of these isolated duels. Snappy full blind, but in the smoke, and Mikaze's got no idea that's easy for Snappy. As a player advantage still continues to grow here for this CT squad. Wonderful needs to evacuate the bomb out of Banana, bring it over towards Bit, but he's low HP in towards the apartments. 40 seconds left.
A bit too active, I think. I don't think they're going to hunt further. So yeah, he'll be allowed to save. So we're wonderful. You feel, so NiP, they're going to have the right setup.
They are, but they're going to have the wrong smoke, at least in top Banana. The thing is, though, you've still got access to go back in towards A if you want, because the Stone Control's being taken. But no, instead, the idea is for Alexi to wrap around the corner. Last player standing on Banana. Wonderful does a good job, and there's still so many pieces here for NiP. As you mentioned, just another player rotating over. NAVI could have evacuated. They could have gone back towards that A-bomb site. Instead, they decide to commit with the call they think is correct, but it ultimately winds up being the wrong one. Bit, 10 seconds left, has not got the opportunity to craft something into this. We've seen 1v3s out of him on Inferno, but not this time around. He just burrows himself in towards the corner. Snappy's never peeking on that low HP. He'll hold on to the AK. It's going to be another one of these rounds where you reset through arches, you go back in towards, that B-bomb site. Wonderful gets rid of Wrinkle. That will keep these players here over towards the A-bomb site. And in fact, for NAVI, they're also considering it. But Jerks and Kaspersky provide the necessary remedy. 2v3, Bit still in the back line. Shush has no idea. Maybe you can get this bomb after all. Crossing top bracket is going to be tricky. All these on Bit. Finding this kill on towards Shush, and he's managed it. And now he himself can go and pick up the bomb and plant. 2v2, job not done yet.
You're worried about the swing coming through. Little nervous. Jerk starts to step forward. Just eyeing, just checking if this bomb is here. And, well, it is picked up. It's going to be just flanked through the apartment. Snappy slowly crawling forward. But Emma's hit another. The P250 is paying dividends, a double with it. Snappy knows if he can isolate Bit, that's the way in. Out from long, Emma goes down. But it's Bit with the rifle. He's the big ticket player to find, and he'll swing on Snappy. A single AK, but it's the P250 that does the heavy lifting to get NAVI back in this T-half.
Snappy will reset over. NAVI yet again, they sense weakness over towards top brackets. And they'll take it once more. This is pure contact, and this could be a disaster for NiP if they're not careful. But Shush with the FAMAS, and Kaspersky then slides off the contact. It works brilliantly, but Wonderful's not quite done yet. A missed shot from Wrinkle allows Wonderful to keep on going. Bomb plant, 2 versus 2, and with Jerk sliding through this smoke, maybe it's not as easy as can be because he gets this timing on Wonderful. And now Mikaze in towards the pit, needs to find the kill immediately on Jerks. Trying to navigate both these angles. He's got a slight timing. It's a drive-by, but maybe it's still not enough. Mikaze will do it. Enough bullets to secure the round, and it's NAVI yet again through the help of wonderful Mikaze to turn the round on its head. So the desk was highlighted the mood and the camp for NAVI. It does also go both ways. It's not a connection for Wonderful. That was bang on. Mikaze, though, that is razor sharp.
Eviscerated.
No proactive information here for NiP. Yeah, sure, they've got top brackets. Kaspersky's now clearing out Boiler a little bit. Maybe he can find his mark on Bit, but Bit slides into the choke point. Shush will at least meet him at the door. But this is going to be the commitment. Wrinkle tasked with holding on to Banana just by himself. That's a good first shot. He can disengage, but the bomb site's been breached.
I think Emma getting that kill in mid is actually hugely influential. Keeps Kaspersky here. It's in that 3-on-3. Molly has completely missed the mark, so no damage there. Emma has another chance for a high impact frag, but Kaspersky doesn't quite convert. Good damage done. They're going to push through this. A boost up. How quick is the flick? It is fast. And then Wonderful repos off it. You know Wrinkle was the one that was lifting him up, and Wonderful's ready for that peak. Kaspersky immediately turns tail and runs. Mostly it's been dumping that util. They haven't put the personnel there, as you've mentioned. Mikaze. 40 seconds left, and he's still taking util. Alexi goes for the clear. Information for Mikaze, but he can't win these fights. Has to just hope someone walks into him as he sprays. Snappy's not going to oblige. It's got to be over at this A bomb site. 20-odd seconds left, and only one possible destination. NiP sent for 5. Can NAVI just brute force their way through? Good molly. That's going to be disruptive. Triple crossfire. How do you break in? Just gets the first. Emma will find one, but there's no home through this. There's no way in. There's too many players, and NiP get that 5th at the tail end.
They are.
If they do, well, he has no help. And they're just crawling. Snappy is just walking forward. Alexi gets a nice shot, though. Hearing them scale. Still hasn't called anyone over. And now they start to push down mid. Shush was holding for this Bit. Wants to get this kill, but Shush not making it easy. And he's still got Kaspersky, but Emma actually ready for that possibility. They need to hunt down Shush. Such a nuisance. Flushed out eventually. They didn't mind this bomb site being lost, because look at what Wonderful's got. Kit in the back pocket. Alexi has just been walking around, doing a loop-de-loop, just avoiding these Ts. Now they swing. Wrinkle gets that kill. Utility comes on over. Emma needs the shots, and hit the first one. Snappy not there with his. It's Emma with 4, and the pistol for NAVI.
That gives them the room to breathe as they exert pressure down Banana, but you've really got to give a hand to Alexi there. Nades, this time not on Mikaze, but on Wrinkle, and MP9 will seal the deal.
Great nade. Wrinkle brought low and removed. Jujax, though, takes 2 back the other way, so Utility does plenty. Not enough. Emma tries to step in. This is a force buy, mind you. I feel like NAVI were about to destroy Banana. Instead, it's Emma. Left to try and do it all by himself. They are scaling fast. Nade? Oh, that might just remove Ujax. No, it just breaks the smoke. You still get the kill. Emma takes down Shush. Disengage. 2 players incredibly low for NiP. This retake certainly on. Bit's going to be very far removed. 2 kits in play and plenty of util.
Yeah, Bit's got to come over because he's got the smoke. The one smoke for NAVI. Snappy redeploys his over at CT. Plenty of flashes to get all of these players out as well. That nade, it feels like it's not going to be on the mark for you, Jerks, but how good is this flashbang for NAVI? Snappy moving through the smoke in the meanwhile. He's trying to be the disruptor, but Bit is a necessary solution. Jerks tries it again. Is there enough time to get this defuse? I'm not too sure. It's so close. NAVI do it. That is mental. But yeah, you're right. Just the Bit did everything because he got all the kills and he did all that U2. That's Kaspersky. Looking for a gap. Looking for a chance. There might be one offered up here. In towards the apartments. Yeah, both Wrinkle and Kaspersky find their mark. Wonderful. Yet again, he's already had important moments from this side of the map. Drops the molly forward to flush them into the open. It's a dink and not a kill. On towards Shush. So NiP will take that all day long. Fast burst, an element of surprise, not once, but twice, that NiP will earn their first round here on the T side.
They will get this kill as well, so at least they're removing a few elements. Is this going to entice them?
It might do.
I think you just want to see M4, right? No?
Well, they've
Oh,
got
now
a
they're
kit.
interested.
No.
Okay, exits. Mikaze sets up for him.
He can
of
drop a
damage.
dozier nade.
I think they're just going to try and escape, aren't they? Kaze's hearing this. Shush surely dead as well. And I think Snappy's going to go down. Mikaze will be ahead of it, and yeah, they've removed everybody. So they get a lot back from that, considering the round didn't go their way.
Despite winning it. Fast play, potentially. It worked last time, why not this time? In towards the apartments, Bit's only got a 5-7, but it doesn't matter if he's hitting headshots like that. Can he get traded? Yes, he can. Through that smoke goes Ex-Kaspersky, but Ime arrives on the scene and the spray is wonderful. Jerks and Wrinkle will at least reply to 2v2, bombs only just being committed.
There's no util. That's the big problem. That Molly's going to be so annoying with the nade. Wrinkle barely standing. Has to fight forward, and he does well with it. Trey comes after, but it's too late. NiP just about edged that one over.
It should be
That
fine.
smoke? I don't know if that helps the CTs. Only 3 players committing 2. Oh, the flashbang. It could have been brilliant. Emma hits 1. Wrinkles bailed them out. Wonderful's an unknown element, but they're just leaving now. He's going to hear this. But with Bit naded down at the start of the round, I don't think he can offer up too much resistance. Okay, that's some resistance. Okay, maybe you can. Eating my words as they eat Bit's bullets. Oh, how is that? The only defender, 13 HP.
He didn't want to do a little bit of damage. He wanted the whole host of kills. Look at these shots again. Get out of my bomb site. Double digits to NAVI in the most insane manner from Bit. Now they got to force back in. Now they got to only have a couple of AEKs. Back to Tech 9s. A whole host of goodies hoping just to dismantle, disrupt the defense. The volleys are good. Jerks his shots a little bit better, but he can't get that second kill. Alexi, immediate with the trade, drops the nade, so the other players, he's put the molly down here in towards close sight as well. And as you say, they've rotated here in time. Wrinkle, can he get anything despite more low HP? Element surprise not there. Ime chimes in. You still got to deal with this crossfire. The 1-2 wombo combo of Bit and Wonderful. And whilst Bit drops, Wonderful doesn't. And it's another impressive rifle sequence for the AWPer of NAVI.
It felt like Bit won it. And it's their best chance to close the series here. Pace comes through, and so does Bit. He is inevitable, it would seem. I'll give him the A's, denied by Shush. But Inferno won by Bit. NAVI book a ticket into the grand final here in Budapest.
And they say that...
What a surprise. Guns for $1 yet again. Not tired? Stop wasting time and money on junk. With Hellcase, your inventory will turn into a fairy tale. Be smart like the terrorist.